Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The temperature appears to be normal.
Okay.
The pupil is
Pupils.
dilated. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate. Awake
8.
pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Or she did.
Hemlock and Datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the Chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Toby.
Sofa for the 3rd time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
Let's see. Oh my god, it's still there. See. Better times. The power of the empire growing stronger day by day. As of yesterday, the Mexican consort Caracal serving the cause of the British Empire arrangement undeniably profitable for London and England over. Excuse me. And England overall, and is a great achievement for our exceptional diplomatic and political community. In other news, a train has mysteriously disappeared en route Evesham railway station. So, I wonder when we see the conclusions. Of our king.
I'm always one.
Path.
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
Crime
You
weapon.
found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Okay. So,
Are the steam rooms on the other side, Mr. Holmes?
Frigidarium.
means
The steam room.
Xitus.
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Champagne for a special occasion. Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session. Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Go in. Ah, there.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Oh, should we talk to Mr. Phillips first?
I cannot leave until I have seen the body.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session. Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large. I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that? I'm always
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street. This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Blood. Okay, so. Let's play with the switch. Well,
With the
see.
steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Nice glasses.
One
Bro.
lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. It is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
Yeah, don't be a pansy.
We don't have many leads here.
Mr. Holmes?
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Right. Okay.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Item
The
required.
brazier.
Let's go and find us some.
Mr. Holmes?
Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
But wait, there are only 3 pairs of clothing.
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Please wait. I need to do something first. This area serves as Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. I will need these tongs. Tools used by archaeologists in their research. Glass plate negatives, a remarkable method for recording ancient civilizations. A glass plate negative is missing. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
Right.
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
There are few among us who unfam Sir Bentley, gentleman, possessor, wealth, feature, välmä, ainesto, about intellect, being declared by the young lady. He holds powerful connections, lord, garrison, political. There are those who call him unforgiving. Very young. Rather say that Sir Rodney determined measures. His presence at Archel site can only be success. A friend who wished to organize a press conference at the Strats next month. 1893, a remarkable. But now it is time to set my focus upon English art. G. Find the light on our national treasures and review the public. You see, journalists possible in attendance and recorded favorite if we them well enough. All my Lord Blackmore, Special Fund, Royal Archaeological Institute, Sir Rodney Pentcliffe. Miraculous Roman baths, excavation, search efforts were about to be halted when Xavier arrived, form of Sir Rodney Pentcliffe. Sir Rodney has taken over immediate control of the excavation, claiming that the site holds the key to a great history. We pledge to update or reveal the exciting news. Well, a Roman shield. What is?
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Metal plate, besides its archaeological interest, appears to be a part of something larger. Present moment, I'm not determine exactly what that might be.
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
Kill it. I mean, borrow it.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement. Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
Have you found something interesting?
Nope. Nothing. Snow.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Alone, okay. Manchester City. Ah.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Well,
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
I
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir. I did not.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she
Jihad?
needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
These baths are becoming sinister.
No.
Mr. Holmes?
Please wait.
baked.
I should analyze this melted metal.
Oh, right. Really?
I found him.
I can't understand what happened. Am I allowed to?
Mr. O,
None, Lestrade.
Just to Baker Street. Analyze the metal and to search for the archives.
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction, then it is silver.
So, acid.
I must take a pipette and place several drops of acid upon the samples.
Silver.
The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality.
Blood.
Let us analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
Yes.
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
Okay.
Selenite. Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. White clay particles. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to.
And that's why we have a map.
The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
Okay.
On the sofa for the third time today. Well done. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
One of it.
That is not the one I need.
Ah, there we go. Pentcliffe's mummy. The great excavation in Assu has taken over 3 years. Sir Rodney Pentcliffe directed the archaeological work. A mummy was found with an enucleated eye and posed in an unusual position. Right hand was tensed, as if reaching out for something or someone. Mummy was buried upright. He has been named the Desperate Mummy, a very peculiar characteristics. Nearby, we read in Latin, by the art punished, or what he was worthy. The mummy is believed to be Roman rather than Egyptian. Some symbols found in it are in common with Greek mystery.
Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
And to interrogate the suspects. Okay, get access.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
A hand-drawn map. Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain something of interest. The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving some... To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces.
Okay, I almost... down in 3.
And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that Watson won't mind if I use his.
Okay, I almost found it. It will go down in history.
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well,
Coroner's report. Gates 3. Right eyeball has first pierced the hilt by a curved bladed knife. The blade cut through the orbit of the frontal bone part, frontal lobe and the corpus callosum, after which, completing its trajectory in the cerebellum, caused the hemorrhagic. Okay. All of this is directly to the death of the individual. The upper lobe of the right lung revealed and debris that may correspond to a chronic infection, likely held in the burials decaying dried and decomposed food product accompanied in the grave. The remainder of damage.
An old and rather dirty coin.
Oh, a dirty coin.
This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room. An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel.
Like a phallus.
An Egyptian... I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question.
But he knows.
An ordinary pencil.
Could be used as a murder weapon. No blood. To Mr. Blinkhorn, dear sir. Interest that I represent require the situation. The bats to be changed for the better. At the present time, the Frigidarium basin remains direction, and yet the works have not progressed. We have failed to find anything valuable on it. Frigidarium accessible to the public. Frigidarium valuable asset in the Roman bath experience. I urge you to complete your work. It's 2 months. You have this time to complete.
When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
Yeah, Holmes takes that and tries it on himself.
Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. An embroidered silk handkerchief.
I'm all... An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says. According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age.
Oh,
The bruising is in lines. Some light bruising, caused by a rope. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere.
action can be made.
We don't have many leads here.
Yeah, but let's just do move on now. Ooh.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
Arrogant. Old mouth shape.
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes, I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament, suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn, who was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. But then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No. But I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Action.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
How well were your researches progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed, I will fight to defend Sir Rodney's expectations.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
Pupils. Axe. Deadly shape.
What is your occupation?
I am a councillor at the district chamber.
What were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologise.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
I'm sorry. It is I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear... No, nothing. I'm better now. His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
What?
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now.
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot, I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
You saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh. This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that or he is a good actor.
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Oh. Mordor's secret. You're only be hiding in it. The archive. Yeah, I think the murder is down. Like that.
Now we have 2 maps. Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map.
So,
This archaeological... The door has been left open. Someone did not care or was in haste. This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city.
Followers of Mithras were on overt war and dated Juno and Neptune. Lives. Temples were tradition. Passage to example duo in France. Art statue of Diana. This entrance was possibly by a clever stone and rope mechanism. May never have been discovered if water racing and it was opening down to me. Temples can be found in Rome, Ostia, Dalmatia, along the Rhine-Danube frontier, are being somewhat common. Okay. Coconut. Sound of hope. What? Caviar Weird Monty Python? Reference here or what? Another strange ritual. Old gods keep the spirits away. People feeling the dark eye was on them would bear fire. Sub-Saharan tribe burned fruits, the rich Roman families spared no expense met. Not recorded, but valuable. Offerings were thrown away with the ashes or if they were reused at later date. Cult of Mithras was serious and practiced first to 4th century AD. Name of the Persian god Mithras, adapted by the Greek as Mithras. This verse of Mithras had a complex system, 7 grades of ritual. It's from temples and in large numbers. Iconic of Mithras showing born from rock and bull. Knife used by Mithras, Toroctony, the sacrifice of the bull, is originally as curved as sacrifice made of Persian origin. Curve can 5 degrees. Name is derived from Persian Shamshi word. This radically curved family includes the Shamshi, Ulvar and Mongols neighbor. A myth of golden writing. This grail. Golden carries a lot of the air to touch it. It's a cyclops.
The Cyclops, a one-eyed creature helping Vulcan at the forge. Vulcan, the god of fire and metalworking.
What's the pits?
I don't need the ropes for now.
Oh.
Excavating tools, a bucket, shovel, and brush. I don't need the ropes for now.
Bim.
The door has been left open.
Calvin, Hobbes, and you consider yourself as being so funny. I had a good laugh when you froze Miss Bergen's notes about Arch Adrian eyes. However, our thesis exams are just ahead, and as you are the so-called brain of our probable duo, I have to warn you that the Castropate's model and Greek crossbow, and not the medical device to constipated people as you might have thought, be touched, or else I'll have to Mr. Warren about everything done the past 2. P.S. I ate Hobbes in a sandwich. S. Spittle. Okay. Dear Lord Blackmore, the manager of Baths, Sir Gregory Pitkin, was quite a nice nuisance at the start. Became rather more helpful. Occasionally, well suited work of such great men. They lack the necessary vision. A few help to bring good grand laid paths. Them the words of discovering a major artifact, one that might politically by your party to demonstrate the strength of our and fulfill the need to protect our empire from present threats. Find recall. Pentacle.
This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city. The gastrophants were used with ropes and hooks for sieges.
So,
It is a broken statue of a bull. Neptune, the god of the sea. It is a statue of Minerva. construction hooks.
Weird. Is something that